Hello students, so we'll go to the same second problem, but the next algorithm, that is non-preemptive SJF. So when you say non-preemptive, once you give the CPU to particular process, you are allowing the process to execute completely. Only after it finishes, then the CPU can be given to the next process. Okay, so we'll see here. We'll draw the Gantt chart. So at arrival time 0. At arrival time 0, what happens? You don't have any other process because the next process comes in at 3, the next at 5, but we are still at 0th millisecond. You have only one job, that is J1. So since this is non-preemptive, you are allowing J1 to execute completely. So it will execute up to 6. Now you are at 6th millisecond. At 6th millisecond, what happened? J2, J3, J4, they all have come into the system. Okay, because why? The last job comes in at 5th millisecond. You have already crossed that 5th millisecond and come to 6th. Now what you have to do, you just have to see the burst time. Whichever process is having the smallest burst time, that is a process which you have to give it to the CPU. So according to this, you have to give J3 to CPU. J3 takes how many milliseconds? 3. So for the 6 you are adding 3, it goes up to 9. Okay, now only two pending process, that is J2 and J5. Now here you see both are having the same burst time. In that case, follow first come first serve. According to that, J2 is the next process which you have to give it to the CPU. So 9 plus 5 is 14 and the last remaining process is J4. So again that takes 5, so it goes up to 19. So this is a Gantt chart for non-preemptive SJF. Now we have to calculate the waiting time. Waiting time for J1, J2, J3, J4. J1 waiting time is, it came in at 0 millisecond, got at 0 millisecond. So 0 minus 0, that is 0 millisecond. J2 came in at 3 millisecond, got at 9 millisecond. So 9 minus 3, that is 6 millisecond. J3 came in at 3, got at 6. So 6 minus 3 is 3 millisecond. J4 came in at 5, got at 14. So 14 minus 5, 9 millisecond. Okay. So therefore, average waiting time is equal to 0 plus 6 plus 3 plus 9 divided by 4. That is equal to 18 divided by 4. 18 means 4.5 around milliseconds. Okay. So that is your average waiting time. Now you have to calculate the turnaround time. So the formula for turnaround time is burst time plus waiting time. So burst time you are going to get in the question. Burst time is nothing but how much time it takes to execute. So J1 6, 5, 3, 5. And waiting time you have already calculated, that is 0, 6, 3, 9. So 6, 11, 6, 14. Therefore, average turnaround time is equal to 6 plus 11 plus 6 plus 14 divided by 4. Those many milliseconds. Okay. So this is for your non-preemptive SJF. So whenever non-preemptive is there, you won't get confused because directly you're not stopping in between and checking. But whenever preemptive is there, at every arrival point time you have to stop and check until all the processes come in. Once all the processes come in, then just check the burst time and allot the CPU. Okay. Hope you have understood this. Thank you.